Have you ever wondered what the best race is in Blox fruits? You're probably thinking about Angel or Cyborg, but what if I tell you that there's one race that's getting overlooked despite its loads of overpowered buffs? GHOUL. First of all, GHOUL is a race that can be obtained only later in the progression, requiring you to complete a quest in Second C. However, it's totally worth it simply because of how much of a broken and overpowered race GHOUL really is. GHOUL is a very underrated race that really deserves more praise. Watch till the end of this video, because I'll give you 3 reasons why GHOUL might just be the best race in Blox fruits. Let's kick things off with GHOUL's passive abilities, which will be active all the time. First, the base form aka V1 of GHOUL gives you slightly increased health regen, which should definitely not be overlooked because remember, this is a passive that applies all the time as long as it's nighttime. Additionally, it also lets you run 30% faster at night, which is almost on the same level as Rabbit V1, the fastest race in the game. When you upgrade to V2, things get even better. GHOUL V2 provides Life Leech as a passive ability, allowing you to regain 25% of your damage given back to you as health points with every melee aka fighting style attack. This means you can sustain yourself during long fights without needing to rely heavily on passive healing that takes way too long to be effective. Combine this with the boosted natural regeneration and speed buff, GHOUL becomes a monster in battles, literally and figuratively. These passives alone can possibly tilt fights in your favor and make grinding NPCs or bosses much smoother. But trust me, this is just the beginning of what makes GHOUL so overpowered, because what I'm going to present next will absolutely blow your mind. Now, let's talk about GHOUL V3, which takes its power to a whole new level. Unlocking V3 gives you access to a special ability called Heightened Senses, and trust me, this skill is absolutely insane. Heightened Senses provides a decent boost to your damage, speed and defense, but the best part isn't even those buffs. In fact, the best part of the V3 ability of GHOUL is that it lets you use moves that are on 40% cooldown or less, which is absolutely overpowered because it lets you extend combos that you couldn't achieve without the use of GHOUL, or simply just use that portal, move even when it still has a while left for the cooldown to end. Whether you're in PvP or PvE, this burst of power can completely turn the tide of a fight. Imagine you're fighting your opponent, you just used your ultimate move and suddenly in a matter of seconds, you catch them off guard by reusing that same move that would otherwise be on cooldown if you didn't have GHOUL. It's that good. But that's not all. Heightened Senses also has a relatively short cooldown and a very long duration for a V3 ability, meaning you can use it frequently in extended fights or grinding sessions where you simply need extra damage output. Pair this with GHOUL's Life Leech from earlier, and you've got a near unstoppable combo of both healing and offense. This V3 ability is truly one of the most important reasons why GHOUL is the best race. Finally, let's dive into GHOUL V4, the pinnacle of its power. Unlocking V4 takes dedication, but the rewards are absolutely worth it, as it transforms GHOUL into a literal tank. GHOUL V4 enhances everything that makes the race strong, turning it into a nightmare for opponents in PvP and a powerhouse in PvE. First, its first gear, Blood Siphon, significantly amplifies your Life Leech ability, making it apply not only to melee attacks, but literally everything. This means you can tank through damage while constantly healing, making you incredibly hard to take down. Additionally, it works greatly against teamers, since the more damage you do, the more you heal. But that's just the start. GHOUL V4's second gear, Domain Expansion, also makes it so that the passive abilities from GHOUL V1 and V2 no longer require it to be night and can also be used during the day. Whether you're dodging critical attacks or chasing down an opponent, this upgrade keeps you in control of every fight. That's not even the craziest part, the ability to use moves that are still on cooldown from Heightened Senses is now a passive that applies all the time instead of requiring you to activate the ability. And then there's the burst damage potential. With Domain Expansion upgraded to Tier 2, your enhanced abilities and the synergy with Heightened Senses create devastating combos that can obliterate opponents in seconds. But my favorite part of Domain Expansion is how upon dashing, you will summon crows that deal damage to everyone inside your domain, and the damage can stack up very rapidly, killing a max level player in under 20 seconds by simply dashing and nothing else. Tested. Overall, GHOUL V4 takes everything that was already amazing about this race and supercharges it. It's the ultimate upgrade for anyone who wants a perfect balance of survivability, speed, and overwhelming damage. That was a lot to cover. I hope you enjoyed this video or found it helpful. If so, then make sure to like and subscribe because I'm trying to get the YouTuber title in Blox fruits. Also, I didn't even get to mention everything in this video, such as how GHOUL V4's domain negates health regen for all enemies within your domain. But anyways, with all that being said, have a great day and I'll see you in the next video.